welcome to Greenville Flyboys Baseball on the Greenville Flyboys Baseball Network. Nick Rodecap with you here at Pioneer Park on the campus of Tusculum University in Greenville, Tennessee. It's Game 2 of the season opening series between the Flyboys and the defending champion Danville Otterbots. We were rained out here last night on Star Wars night, so we will play 2 7-inning games to settle this series. The Flyboys 5-0 winners on opening night. That was on Thursday. Here on Saturday, they'll try to lock up the series, and if they can win Game 2, go for a sweep in the nightcap of Game 3. Jordan takes off, the 1-2 punched on the ground, a perfect hit and run. It's a fair ball down the line. Jordan will score all the way from first. Miller stops at second as the throw is cut off. That is as perfect of a hit and run as you will ever see at any level of baseball. Miller slaps that one the other way down the first base line. Right as the first baseman Chandler broke off and towards second, it went right past where Chandler was standing as he was holding the runner on. And with Jordan's speed, there was never a question as to whether or not he was going to score from first base. 0-2 the count. Evans deals. McNaughton hits this one in the air. A towering fly ball, deep right field. This ball game is tied. Ezra McNaughton with the first homer of the Flyboys season. A moonshot to straightaway right. It's 4-4 in the third. Jordan at third base. Miller at second. Tyler Inge over at first. The cleanup man, McNaughton, looking to put up a crooked number in the home fourth. The 2-1. Swung on and driven to deep right field near the corner. This one's off the wall. The wave around is on for everybody. McNaughton slides into second. A pair of runs score. Ezra McNaughton is having himself a day. 4 ribbies in the last 2 innings. And the Flyboys now lead the Otterbots 9-4 here in the home half of the 4th inning. The SEC continuing to be bested by teams that some may view as inferior. 2-1 popped up on the infield. Oh no, a collision between Drew Maddox and the first baseman, A.J. Diaz. The ball drops in fair territory. The runner got hung up. They'll get the force play at second, and now time is called. It was an awkward play. A pop-up just in front of the first base bag. And the pitcher, Drew Maddox, and the first baseman, Diaz, converging on the ball. It drops in fair territory as the two of them collide. Both of them look to be okay as they're checked on by the athletic trainer. But because the runner at first base, Sifford, had to wait to see if it would drop, he did not have any chance of making it to second base. So he's retired on the fielder's choice as Goldberg trades places with him. And the umpire is talking things over. I'm pretty sure they only got 1 out on that play. I was following the ball, and I kind of assumed that Goldberg would reach. I think they may have just said that Goldberg's out as well. And it looks like they did, and that's how this game ends. That's a very odd ending to a game. But the Flyboys win Game 1 of this doubleheader, 15-8. Your final on an awkward double play. I don't even know how that's scored, I'm going to be honest. It was a pop-up on the infield in front of first base. Diaz and Maddox collided as the ball dropped. They went to second for the force play, and I assumed that was all they would get. But at the tail end of the play, I guess Goldberg didn't run it out. Now, it was partially because of the collision that was in front of him in the base path along first base. But Goldberg did not get to the first base bag before the force play occurred there. And that is how Game 1 of this doubleheader ends. The Flyboys win 15-8. Game 2 coming up in half an hour. The Flyboys, let's play 2. Greenville Flyboys took Game 1 of this 7-inning doubleheader against the Danville Otterbots. They've already locked up the series, and they will go for the 3-game sweep here tonight. McNaughton homered and doubled, 4 RBIs in Game 1 of the doubleheader, and a pair of RBIs in the series opener. And he stings this one into deep left field. Sumwalt tracking back towards the wall, and that ball is gone. 2 games, 2 homers for Ezra McNaughton today. He gets the Flyboys on the board in the bottom of the second. It's now 2-1. 2-2 to Akers. On the ground to short, routine play for Altamira. Charges, the throw to first, not dug out cleanly by Chandler. That'll be an E6. Altamira had time, but he rushed the throw, did not set his feet, and Chandler could not bail him out on the other end. The payoff to Patton, runner takes off, the pitch is hit on the ground right through the 3-4 hole into right field. Akers will go first to third on the hit and run. That's the second perfectly executed hit and run we've seen by the Flyboys today. That one pulled the second baseman Pangborn towards the second base bag. He was ready to cover, and the ball bounced right behind him into right field for a base hit. 1-0 to Hare. On the ground, through the right side, another base hit. 1 run scores. Coming home from second is Patton. The throw is cut off. It gets away from the relay man, trying to take third base, and not doing so safely is A.J. Diaz. He tried to take the extra 90 feet, gets a pat on the helmet from the third base coach as he jogs back to the dugout. But it is a 2-run single off the bat of Reed Hare, and the Flyboys take a 3-2 lead. And now this one, a soft liner into right field, down in front of Pratt. 1 run scores. Jordan rounding third, scores without a play. It's a 2-run single off the bat of Peyton Miller, and the Flyboys have responded. It's a 5-spot in the inning. They lead now 5-2 in the home half of the second. 7-4 Flyboys over the Outer Bots. We're in the bottom of inning number 4. Runner goes, the 1-0. A called strike, throw down to second. The swipe, the tag, he's safe. Pangborn tried to snare it, tried the no-look tag. But Miller in with a headlong dive. Wilkie's ready, now the pitch. Hit hard on the ground, up the middle, past the dive of Altamira into center field for a base hit. And that stolen base pays off in a big way. Miller scores from second. It's an RBI single for Tyler Ainge. And the Flyboys have doubled up the Otterbots. It's 8-4 in the bottom of the 4th. Runner takes off. The 1-1 stung into the gap in right center. Hamilton and Pratt charging. Pratt dives, but it's off his glove. 2 outs, so the runners go on contact. Both of them will score. Motoring to third base is Patton. Here comes the throw. He's safe. A 2-run triple for Jace Patton. And the Flyboys have broken it open. It's 11-4 here in the 4th. Patton fired up as he stands up on third base. So now the Flyboys have the Otterbots down to their final strike, leading 12-8 here in the top of the 7th, looking to sweep both the doubleheader and the series. Base is empty. 2-2 count, 2 outs. The pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Dawkins strikes out the side, and that's your ball game. The Flyboys take the game and the series. They sweep the defending champs at Pioneer Park and will hit the road with a perfect 3-0 record.